Here's Newt Gingrich last night.
So,
should set it up maybe a little bit. They're talking about immigration and the DREAM Act, and he's saying that he's for it. He
probably wouldn't have to set it up if we would have played it when I had.
Well, yeah, because he starts into the DREAM Act, and I just want
you're wasting time because now we're going to be late. And
do you want to hear this or not?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead.
All right, he's talking about his support for the DREAM Act. And he wants to make legal.
You know, I'm going on vacation with this guy. We're going on vacation together.
It's going to be ugly.
It's really going to be ugly. We're leaving on vacation for 2 solid weeks.
Are you going on a cruise with Fred Thompson and Jonah Goldberg?
No,
just Fred Thompson.
Okay, good.
Fortunately, it's not just the two of us. It's us with our families.
And lucky for us. Mm-hmm. Newt Gingrich.
Oh, wow. That's going to be a party.
He's sort of a terrible person, but
he's sort of a naughty boy.
We learned that today. It's interesting.
It adds to the fun.
All right,
anyway, here is sort of a terrible person on immigration.
in the DREAM Act, the one part that I like is the one which allows people who came here with their parents to join the U.S. military, which they could have done if they were back home, and if they serve honorably in the U.S. military, to acquire citizenship, which is something any foreigner can do. And I don't see any reason to punish somebody who came here at 3 years of age, but who wants to serve the United States of America. I specifically did not say we'd make the 11 million people legal. I do suggest if you go back to your district and you find people who've been here 25 years and have 2 generations of family and have been paying taxes and are in a local church, as somebody who believes strongly in family, you're going to have a hard time explaining why that particular subset is being broken up and forced to leave, given the fact that they've been law-abiding citizens for 25 years.
That's agonizing to me. That is agonizing.
No, that makes perfect sense. I mean, you're going to have a hard time explaining.
Yeah.
So we gotta do things because you're going to have a hard time explaining.
Yeah. Let me explain it to you, Newt. They haven't been law-abiding citizens for 25 years.
Thank you. Yeah.
Done. They're not law-abiding citizens when they're not paying income tax.
You're going to have a hard time explaining
and when
that.
they've stolen someone's identity.
You're going to have a hard time explaining that.
No, I'm really not. I just explained it.
That was quick.
It really wasn't hard.
Difficult at all.
It was pretty easy. Hey, Newt,
I heard.
They're not law-abiding citizens. Hey, Newt, we break up families all the time for illegal people here. American citizens. Families are broken up.
When you commit crimes?
When they commit crime,
sure.
They go to jail and
but
their family stays behind.
This isn't a crime. This is just identity theft.
Yeah, right.
And
income tax evasion.
And he specifically said
laws.
these are people that are paying taxes.
Yeah, but they're not. They're paying some taxes.
And what's the premise we say here is that if we've done a bad job enforcing laws over the past 20 years, they don't apply to you today?
Yes.
So if I haven't been caught, if I've been skipping out on paying taxes for the last 20 years because I don't feel like it, and they haven't caught me, you think the IRS is going to come back and make me pay those taxes from back in the day? Yeah.
But you've been a good time. You've been a good guy. You've been, I
haven't been speeding.
You haven't been speeding.
Yeah.
You have been paying your taxes.
I haven't jaywalked more than a couple of times.
You missed those 25 years of paying taxes.
Right, but sure. But why are you focusing on that when the speed of my vehicle has been in control?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we can't.
You're gonna have a hard time explaining that.
Right.
Gonna have time.
Yeah, that's it.
And here's where I'm going to have a hard time explaining the American people. What's the difference between what he said and what the governor of Texas said?
It's about the same thing.
I think it's exactly the same thing. Basically, you're going to have a hard time explaining because you don't have a heart.
That kind of makes me angrier.
Really?
Yeah, because I expected that from Rick Perry. I didn't necessarily expect that from Newt Gingrich. Maybe I just didn't know his stand on immigration before.
Do you not understand the virtue of breaking a law over a long period of time?
It's better than breaking it over a short period of time.
Right. If you stay here and you break the law
I admit
for 20...
I'm confused about that
Why
principle.
don't we just...
I don't understand.
Why don't we... No amnesty. Why don't we just make it legal?
There you go.
Why just straight
Why
up
don't we
legal?
just make it legal? If you do amnesty and people are still going to come over. And so then you're going to repeat what we did in the 1980s.
Yeah, everybody keeps bringing up what Reagan did. Reagan screwed up. That was a mistake to grant amnesty to 3 million people. He did it under certain conditions. He thought that they were all going to, or all of them were going to get, cards. They didn't. And he thought that we'd close the border or seal it off better,
which we didn't.
So we didn't do either one of them. Now, what leads you to believe we'll do either one of them ever again?
No, we won't.
The government's not going to do that.
Won't.
They're not going to do it.
But it's like taking credit for the one thing that no conservative likes that Ronald Reagan did. I mean, the guy wasn't perfect. He made a big mistake there, and don't try to make yourself.
You have people in and around this administration and in and on the streets who want to deport American citizens because they're Jews.
Yeah,
want to round them up and ship them off to another land. Get rid of them all. You've got those people actually on the streets saying that now at Occupy Wall Street. You got that. But you don't have a heart if you want to take people who have lived here, came here illegally, haven't paid taxes. You don't have a heart if you want to do that, if you want to send them away. Back home. Because this is not their home.
And separating them from their families? No. That's their choice. Now, their families can either go back with them, or they can make arrangements
such a hate
for somebody here to take care of them.
You don't have to worry
until they become legal.
Look, here's the thing. You don't have to worry about shipping people home.
You don't.
When all you have to do, they will find their own way home. Yep. All you have to do is stop giving all of the candy away.
Turn off the spigot.
Turn off the spigot. You go after the jobs. You go after the people who are hiring illegal aliens, and you go after them hard. If you're hiring illegal aliens, knowingly hiring illegal aliens, and you have a pattern of it, well, you got a problem, man. You got a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, think about this. An American citizen that breaks a law every year for 25 years likely winds up in prison. There's no opportunity for an American citizen's family to go with them to prison.
No.
With an illegal immigrant, we're saying that you're not allowed to be here anymore. At least your family's allowed to go with you where you're going.
And you can go to Cabo.
Right.
It's not prison.
And we're not even putting you in jail.
No.
And you've been breaking laws for 25 years in some cases. First of all, it's just, the border laws. But also there's identity theft. If you're paying taxes, if somehow you're paying income tax, you've stolen someone's identity. If you're not, you've committed income tax evasion for 25 years. Americans go to jail for that.